Okay, and we're back. Turn those off. I can do these names quick. So we have player that only plays shops versus player that only plays dredge.
I wonder what they're playing.
I wonder what they could possibly be on.
So we have Sullivan Brophy on the bottom and Michael Mahr, or affectionately known as Mickey, on the top. As I said in the beginner or the beginning of the night, Mickey is a well-known shop player who's done very well over the past few years. Sullivan's newer to the scene, but he has more high-profile finishes.
Yes.
Looks like Mickey won the die roll. He likely expects Sullivan to be on Dredge, and this hand loses to Dredge, so I imagine he mulligans. Even though this hand is decent against typical blue, he would have turn one Chalice and Sphere.
Oh,
This hand is decent against Dredge, but he doesn't have a clock.
doesn't have
He has
anything.
he has to keep this hand. Of course, Sullivan, being the vintage master, has the Bazaar in his opening set.
What do you mean he's not going to mulligan to 0? Jeez.
No, this isn't the VSL. We have a better shuffler than the Moto shuffler, I suppose.
I mean, people.
Mickey's gonna
I've
scraw.
I found that people are more likely to mulligan if it's easier. That's what I found. I see a lot more mulligans on Magic Online and just any sort of online program when mulligan is a button. When you gotta I gotta play pile shuffle again and all that other stuff, you're just like, eh. But yeah, Bizarre in the opening hands.
Mickey just was asking how to scry as a shop player. He never had to learn.
Control W actually is the shortcut.
Okay, I'll let him know that. Control W is the shortcut, apparently. So Mickey sends Tolarian Academy to the bottom, even though it would allow him to cast Metamorphs. He
Yeah,
doesn't need mana. He has mana. What Mickey needs... Oh, wait, hold on a second.
what's up?
I want to make sure Sullivan's not in the call. Or not on the stream. I don't think he is, but...
Just to make sure. I don't think so. I think he quit out.
Okay. Well, he advised that it was Control W right after we said it, so I just was making sure. What a shock. Wasteland.
Wasteland start, he draws Bizarre, but he has Petrified Field. He does another Serum Powder.
Yeah, but so the field's gonna be slow, and Mickey has both the Wastelands.
Yep.
So I see Bridge Therapy going to the bin here.
Oh, wow. No Dredgers.
Yeah. Sometimes
Therapy, yeah, Dread Return.
Dread Return, Therapy, and Colligan? Like, cards that are dead? Nope, Bridge from below. It's very interesting. The cards you discard mean so much and yet so little. You know, the if he didn't have another Bazaar setup, it might mean more. But
Yeah.
because he does.
Oh, he can't even cast it, man.
Yeah, so he has the option here to Metamorph to kill the Bridge.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
that's a good point. You can just
I
choose
just,
no.
I wouldn't do it.
Second
He might-
Metamorph, though, makes that a live play.
Yeah, so the thing is, he needs to be able to win this game. If I'm Mickey here, I metamorph a Mox Jet or a Mox Pearl and make my
Yeah.
fourth Math Source. That's what I do. Sullivan has shown us that he definitely does not have a Dredger. He does not have a creature that could come into play. Like, he didn't discard a Bloodghast. So if I'm Mickey, I would choose Mox Pearl.
I think I like Mox Pearl, not Mox Jet.
It's irrelevant. Well, he could play Dismember, so Mox Jet is cleaner, but
Yeah.
it's the
Oh,
so
he,
listen to the
he
other.
can, he can make a token of it.
Josh, please don't comment. Yeah, I like. So I've seen a lot of players be creating tokens or whatnot. I actually like annotating the card itself. I find that it's cleaner and it's a better accurate description of what's happening.
Yeah. You can right-click and clone on it.
Yeah, Brian, I agree. Brian, the metamorphing the Mox is right. Yeah, you could definitely clone, and like you get the effect, but like you don't always keep all of the reminder stuff,
Yeah.
and it can counts and whatnot. I typically like to just
Graveyards and stuff.
so yeah. So Sullivan throws down Petrified Field. Mickey knows he can't interact with that favorably, so I imagine he's going to just jam Lodestone Golem here.
Yeah.
Any mana source means...
Ooh.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I
he
just
can't.
jam,
Yeah.
I just jam Lodestone here. We have turn 2 Revoker naming Fate Stitcher as a protection card. So
Oh.
Sullivan thought he was getting wastelanded, so he flashed the Bazaar. But I don't. If I'm Mickey, I just Lodestone immediately.
Yeah, there's no real point not to. You have one game plan. It's try to kill him.
Yeah, Sully hit the troll, but he's not gonna get it. Like, he's not gonna be able to really dredge off of it.
No, he'll be able
He's gonna
to pick up
he's
and
gonna
then.
field for Bazaar. He's gonna draw for turn. He's gonna play Bazaar and then dump troll and get wasted. Um, so it's
Actually, what if he just doesn't play anything, picks up the Bazaar, and then discards a troll at the end of turn, and then he can start dredging? Because he's going to run the Bazaar. A Bazaar that doesn't dredge is kind of pointless. I think he just wants to discard a troll at the end of turn. He might get more dredgers out of it. And then the next turn... Oh, he plays it. Okay.
he did play it. You're not wrong. So in his head, he's pushing. He has 6 more Bazaars in his deck, right? He has 3
Right.
more copies of Bazaar and 3 more copies of Field. So he's just shoving as hard as he can. I think that you're right, though. I think that line is actually cleaner. It's just not as common. Yeah. So if I'm Sullivan now, we just card Troll Colligan.
Yeah.
We can. Yeah. It's so awkward. Maybe it's Thug. Yeah. He went with Thug. He's trying to find Icarids.
Oh, yeah. And he can eat the Thug.
Yeah, he could eat a Thug. Well, he could also eat Colligan.
That's true.
But I think Mickey's gonna start copying, or maybe he's
Lodestones?
gonna break the bridge. Well, he's either gonna break the bridge or he's gonna copy the Lodestone.
So he shows... Okay, I'm just going to put up his graveyard for everyone. But he
Yeah,
is going to start going to the races. Right here? Yeah, right here is good. He's going to start going to the races now, but eating bridges seems really good, but so does getting another Lodestone, I think.
What is Mickey doing now? Oh, he tapped Metamorph and Jet. He's gonna play Revoker, and he's gonna play Mutavault. I like that. If I'm him, I name Fate Stitcher with Phyrexian Revoker. It's unlikely Sullivan's playing it. He's not known for playing it, but it's the only target that
Hiroker has.
that Revoker has in the Dredge matchup that is played currently.
Oh.
There are other cards out there.
Okay, Metamorph. So if he so basically, Dread Return is a
Now it's a dead card.
yeah. Now it's
I would have preferred Revoker and Mutavault and looking to break bridges next turn. Sullivan is quite able to beat this if he hits the right cards. If he flips over Bloodghast and Narco Amoebas, there's a Narco. There's a Salvage. Like, Sullivan's now got the beginnings of what he needs to take this game back. And he's going to also be end-step discarding every turn.
yeah. Now he's going to be discarding.
Yeah, so
Because
it's going to be tight.
Each replacement. Hold on, I'm a little bad on Dredge. So you tap it, you draw both. So if you replace one draw, do you replace the next draw? So his top of his deck was Troll Thug. So if he had done my play where he discards the Thug, and oh no, he would have had 2 dredgers anyway. Yeah, he could have had a lot more cards in his graveyard right now if he had just done the end of turn.
Yeah, no. So I think your line was actually right. I missed it, and I've been playing Dredge for a while. We're not used to having 7 cards in our hand on turn 3. That's probably why he missed it. But I think your line is 100% right. To just discard Troll,
Yeah.
and then play Bazaar, activate it, and then you'd flip, 6/6,
Yeah.
and go off.
Does he?
What's happening?
Oh, he's just gonna get 1 zombie token. That's not that big a deal.
So I think my 2 cents is that we tell Mickey he attacked.
Yeah.
But that's you. Mickey's asking me a question in chat.
Yeah.
He's asking me to make a ruling.
Yeah, I think that counts. That's not end of the world either.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just because he wanted to activate his Mutavault. I think that's what it was.
Well, it's up to you. You make the ruling and post it in chat. I'm not the I'm not the judge here. I'm a player just commentating.
Yeah.
I think Mickey has some experience on this. Um, he is technically still in his start combat phase.
Yeah.
He hasn't moved forward. So it's up to you.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so why don't you put that? Just yeah,
Yeah, it's good. It's
yeah.
good.
I
It's
just
good.
don't want to.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's he just wants to animate as the only play possible.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't want anyone to think that I have authority over the
Yeah,
game.
no,
I'm
that's.
the commentator.
I think I just think of this stern proctor with no bias.
Yeah, we are giving you that ruling. Sam is the judge, Mickey. Mickey wants to make sure that everything's on the up and up.
Yeah, no, that's.
So Matt, what happened there was Mickey tapped Metamorph and Lodestone, which is two Lodestones. Immediately, Sullivan responded with block, and then Mickey asked to back up and animate, basically to back up and animate his mutable.
Yeah, it's an easy just chump. I'm gonna take that as my hands were still on the cards, and he pushed the Narcomoeba right in the way, and he just like, oh, hold on. And he's like, okay.
Yeah, I think the key was that Mickey also hadn't moved phases, and Mickey's
Yeah.
been using phases appropriately, and that is in his favor here. So he gets in 7 damage. He's going to put the Narcomoeba to the graveyard. I assume Sullivan has zombies on hotkey. There we go.
Yep. The Odyssey zombies. Now, do you know what card makes these zombies?
Zombie infestation?
Zombie
Wasn't that
infestation. Yep, it came from out of onslaught, not onslaught, Odyssey. That was what the original Dredge deck played. You just sat on 2 lands and discarded 2 cards a turn to zombie infestation.
Well, yes, Rich. Turning them sideways means he has begun to declare attacks. It gets messy, especially on this program.
We asked Sullivan. He was fine with it. So I'm going to go the ruling. I like to put the ruling on the player. Just be like, are you cool with this? So it's not like ugh.
Yeah, I mean that does put pressure. It puts pressure on the player to say yes or no. But
Yeah.
I agree that I think in this particular case, I think it's correct to do that. So now, if Sullivan attacks with Icarid, which he almost surely will, if I'm Mickey, I throw Revoker in front of it to eat the bridge and stem that bleeding, and that should put the nail in the coffin to Sullivan's hand. I don't see. He doesn't have a land yet for Bloodghast. He'll get salvage next turn, but it's going to be too slow.
Yeah.
And even if he makes another Icarid, it's not going to matter. So he sends it in. If I'm Mickey, I throw Revoker in front just to break the bridge.
Definitely agree with that. Trades bridge and gets bridge off the board, but then again, like, does that even matter? Because he can get in for an extra couple damage. Because Icarid dies and you get 2 zombies. 2 zombies are going to double block the golem, and then he gets in and he's down to 1.
He only has 1 bridge, or my...
Yeah, he only has 1 bridge, so
he's only going to get 1 zombie.
Yeah, so I'm fine with.
He's either going to break. So here's the thing: if he blocks now, which I would have done, it gets rid of the bridge.
But doesn't he just die? He has to chump because he makes 1 zombie token. He can't sack anything to it.
He's gonna double chump, but
Yeah.
He's dead anyway. But the only way that he wins is through bridge from below making more zombies.
Okay.
If you're Sullivan, right? So if you double block, or if you block with Revoker and eat the bridge, it forces him to flip Troll instead of Salvage, and it forces him to hit Narcomoebas. Like, it puts so much more pressure onto Sullivan's potential cards.
I'm gonna call it a small percentage, but yeah, I'm agree with you there.
Yeah, I think Mickey's so far ahead. The double Wasteland, game 1, is pretty oppressive.
Yeah.
And Mickey correctly sussing out to Metamorph his Mox to get to 4 mana is going to win the day for him.
Yeah.
I took 5.
Yeah. He randomly took a damage for some reason.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything. I don't think we did.
I just scrolled up.
Yeah.
This is so is it? I was pretty unlucky. I'm gonna say. I got pretty unlucky this game.
It's not unlucky. Mickey aggressively mulliganed, right? Mickey had Mickey had a 7-card hand that did nothing. He
Right.
had a great 6-card hand. He drew the best possible card in Lodestone Golem for his 6-card hand.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't call it lucky. Like, he plays Lodestone Golem in his deck.
No, 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 no. Not, I mean, on Sullivan's part, he got a little unlucky because his first Bizarre activation got him no dredgers.
Well, I mean, that's sometimes you
It
don't
does
have
happen,
dredge.
yeah.
Like, he had 7 cards in his hand. I wouldn't call a dredge player who keeps 7 unlucky as a dredge player.
All right. He luck begets luck then.
Yeah. So he chumped one of the 5/3s, goes to 1.
Yep.
Mickey's gonna play a Batter Skull,
Yep.
which I think he's paging Dr. Winmore a little bit here, but he asks if it's good, even though Lodestone Golem is in play. I'm gonna remind him.
Yeah, so he gets 2 Icarids that don't do anything. He could eat both his flashy rares if he wants to. Yeah, no, this looks like game. Oh, a game 1 win. That's pretty big. Yeah, no, he definitely maneuvered this game really well, and he never got multiple bridges, so the Metamorph let it die play never really came into effect. He's still gonna play it out. He still gets a couple zombies. Well, he could get a couple bridges. So you can get some bridges going.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if he had broke the first bridge, he would have a chance here. Now there's a first bridge. If there's another bridge in here, it gets dicey. There's not. I think at this point, he's gonna get what, 4 blockers.
But he can't even really attack with his Icarids because Butterskull
No.
just gained him a bunch of life.
Yeah, I mean, I think Batterskull wraps the game up, but he's gonna get 4 blockers, right?
Yeah.
4 blockers means he doesn't die on the next turn, and he's gonna lose his bridges. So like, we're just delaying the inevitable. Like Batterskull is pretty much the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
He could break bridges at will with it now because he doesn't have any shop mana on it.
Yeah, that's true. He drew no workshop.
Yeah, Mickey putting the germ on it, which if you don't know, that has some history.
Yeah.
And Sullivan tells him he probably wants it. And even though we're in Sullivan's turn, I think Mickey was working on it. He's dealing with a lot of software.
Yeah, he's new to the program.
Newer. I mean, he played last season, but he didn't do all the things. But
Yeah.
there's history with that germ token and Batterskull.
All right, he gets
There's all the zombies.
bunch of zombos.
Zombies.
So if he animates, he's got a bunch of chumps still.
Yeah, I mean, so he has 5 attackers, 5 blockers, right? So, like, Sullivan's going to lose his team. Mickey's going to lose Revoker and Mutavolt. Sullivan's going to lose his bridges. And then Sullivan's going to lose. Like, that's where we are.
Yeah.
Sullivan's just playing it out in case Mickey forgets to attack or something.
Null Rod.
There's the Null Rod, which is very good.
The 4 of Null Rod. The 4 of Null Rod. He's very.
It's perfect versus Dredge, right? So they play Bizarre, you play Null Rod. What do?
No. See the Null Rod. If he has to cast the Serum Powder, can't use it.
So funny story about Serum Powder and Dredge. I was playing Keeper a while back, and I tinkered, and I knew my opponent had Chain of Vapor in his hand, or like a bounce spell. So instead of getting my robot, I got Trinisphere to lock him out of casting spells. So he starts playing lands, and he plays his 3rd land and goes to cast Serum Powder, and I totally snapped a mana drain off on it, untapped, and used the drain mana to play Crucible, and Crucible strip locked him out of the game. It's one of my favorite awkward wins versus Dredge of all time.
Oh man, Dredge does have those awkward cobbled together wins when Plan A doesn't work, Plan B doesn't work. How about Plan C? Like, all right, I want to dredge as fast as possible. These cards say no. All right, I want to kill all that stuff. These cards say no. All right, I'm going to attack you with a 1/2 flyer that doesn't even have Death Touch. It has whenever it deals damage.
Yes. Awkward Death Touch.
Awkward Death Touch. I'm going to try to cast this green creature that'll be I don't know.
I mean, if you ever actually put a troll into play, that guy is usually really big. He's obnoxious. No, the typical way to win the man plan is through Bloodghast and Narcomoeba.
Yeah, because Narcomoeba has flying.
Wow! Mickey's crazy. Mickey just sends the German, so this is why you don't give up, folks. Mickey could have sent in the team. It would have wiped out the entirety of Sullivan's army, and it would have broken the bridges. Instead, he's playing defensively.
Not
And I
sure
just
why.
don't. Well, he's playing. I don't know why either. He's playing around something that doesn't exist.
I don't know. He would have no zombies. He's at
Uh,
one.
can you remind them to gain life?
Oh yeah.
I don't agree with that play at all from Mickey. He had played this match, I would say, perfectly up to this point, but
Map effects during. Oh, so is he just wants
well,
to
to gain life.
kill Bridgens?
Well, he'll break bridges in response, but tell Mickey to gain 4 life.
Oh, he wants to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, I know what he's doing.
So upkeep, pick it up.
He's not going to do it in the upkeep. He's going to wait until there's more bridges, and he wants to get as many bridges as possible, right?
Yeah.
So the grids are going to come into play. I imagine if I'm Sullivan, I'm definitely Icarage throwing away Bloodguests. We know that Bloodguest coming into play is not going to be the best. Yeah, Sullivan's with me on this.
Yeah.
He's got to go as hard as he can. He's going to dredge 6. I don't know what he's going to flip. There's a Narco. There's another Icarage. And he's got 2 black creatures, another Narco. All right, so he's going to... Mickey's going to block with the germ on the Icarage, or he's going to eat the Icarage. He's going to eat the bridges before the Icarage triggers.
Yeah, he's just gonna pick up the Batter Skull.
Brian, so equipping LSG or equipping Batter Skull to LSG would have been fine. I think he should main phase send everybody in,
Yeah.
and then
Animate.
send everybody in. No, I think Brian's right. We don't animate. We just send everyone in, but then we equip Lodestone with the Batter Skull. It'll fall off the germ. The germ will die and exile the bridges, and we'll have a huge Lodestone Golem. I think that's fine. Even if we just do that up front, we have an untapped 10-8 Lodestone Golem and no bridge. I think that also works. But I don't think that there's anything that Sullivan can do here.
He's got a bunch of zombies, right?
We return Batter Skull. Yeah, but so he has 4 zombies and 2 Narcos, and Mickey has more. Like, Batter Skull is just going to end the game. Like, I don't... Sullivan can't cast Dread Return. He exiled both of his big guys. Yeah. So his only real target is Troll. Mickey's just going to throw down Batter Skull here. Like...
Yeah.
But I definitely think Mickey threw this game away. Or, not threw it away, but he elongated this game.
Yeah, it should be over this attack phase. Well, no, he would have 2 Narcomoebas in play. He would be Chump Chump. And then, but you attack him with Batter Skull too.
Yeah, he'd have 3 attackers. Sullivan would have 2 blockers, and the game would be over.
Yeah.
Unlike now, Mickey can't afford to send the Lodestones in.
No.
And
because the Lodestones die here, he Dread Returns Troll, right?
Ryan, I think it's actually very obvious that the spheres are keeping him in the game. Like, forget about Cabal Therapy Chains. Yeah. Dread Return is dead. Like, the fact that Sullivan knows he can't cast spells ever is what's going to win this game. Like, yes, turning Narcomoebas off with therapy and making them into zombies is important, Brian, but not letting him Dread Return is the reason why Ashen Rider and Colligan are exiled.
Yeah.
Did Mickey pass? Yeah, like... I don't like this. It's very passive and it's not going anywhere. So I think Sullivan is going to try to start getting lands. If I'm Sullivan, I start dredging Dakmor Salvage.
Dakmor Salvage. Just if you go Dakmor Salvage, you can look to. Well, actually, I don't know.
Therapy. So now Sullivan's way to win this game has become to Dread Return a Golgari Grave Troll and start breaking through Mickey's defenses. Right? I don't like this Icarage play. I don't see where that's going.
I don't know. This is a strange game. So Dredge's Troll. Stinkweed.
Yeah.
That's the first. There's all his Stinkweed imps. That's kind of funny.
He hits 1 bridge.
That's the 4th bridge, isn't it?
Yeah, see here again, like now the Dread Returns are great.
2nd bridge, 3rd bridge.
3rd bridge, yeah.
Yeah, 3rd bridge.
But so he's gonna send in what? Everything? And he can't do that because then the Revoker blocks and the bridge dies.
Yeah, he can't attack with everything because
he needs block. I'm just trying to do the math on what could end up out here. Like,
he's gonna get more zombies. He's gonna have 6 zombies.
I don't.
He'll probably attack with his Narcomoebas.
Yeah, he definitely sends the Narco
I don't think
Amoebas.
I want to attack with Ichrid because he gains life.
Sullivan took his own life.
What the heck?
I think he was teasing. What's going on?
I don't know what's going on. He's clicking the wrong thing.
Well,
Attack
he
for one.
attacked.
Attack for
Attacking for
one. Interesting.
well, what? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, why not
He's
have
gonna
both
5, 6.
Narcomoebas? You're gonna get
I don't.
zombie tokens.
Yeah, I
He's got a bunch more Ichrid food now because the stinkweed items.
think we flipped. Yeah. So spheres are important, Rich. I agree. I think the key here was Double Wasteland plus Lodestone Golem. Like that's the recipe to beat Dredge. Keep them off their mana, keep them off their spells, and hope they flip poorly. And that's exactly what happened game one here.
Yeah,
This game is running long because of a missed attack by Mickey. Um, he's going to send the German and play another
batter
batter
skull.
here. And Sullivan's a never say die guy. He's one of those let your opponent make a mistake. I'll play till it's over.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know.
But I'm fairly certain second batter skull is just the end of this game. Like there's just nothing left.
Batter skull attacks. Give me that as vigilance. I don't understand that card. It is everything.
I don't think anyone understands that card. Hey Mickey, I got jokes for you. It's like my Grafdigger's Cage. Okay, so the other Narcomoeba is blocking to get another bridge trigger that he may not have gotten. So let's see. Yeah, so now Sullivan's asking if he's going to get his bridge trigger. He already put his feature in the graveyard, which assumes damage has occurred. Which yeah. So we muted. I believe we muted chat right now. I'm gonna let everyone. They're still playing. Mickey's still thinking about his bro. I guess we'll type it out here. Huh? It's all good for. So they're saying it's all good, but I don't have audio. Sam, did you mute me, thinking it was me? Oh, maybe we dropped Skype. Is that what happened? No, we're all right. I'm gonna hang up and recall you. Okay. Group call. He did. He muted you on purpose. Can't blame him. All right, so I'm waiting to hear if I'm back in live. See my picture. I don't hear my voice. I don't think I'm. All right, so they're still playing.
Hello?
There
Hello?
we go. I hear you now.
Okay, okay.
All right, now you just gotta fix the pictures on the stream because they're a little off because we had to redo the call.
Right.
And I don't need my headset because you're coming through the speakers. So they're still playing. It looks like Mickey put green counters instead of the actual germ token. I guess it was throwing him off. But Sullivan's dredging away and creating an army. I just think he's gonna have a real hard time getting through the horde of Batterskull lifelinking. Um, Mickey ended up going into a very turtle defensive posture when he had the game won, and so this game is taking an extra 10 minutes or so. I will be sure to let Mickey know of his mistake. Is there another bridge in there? Are there two bridges in there?
He's down.
No,
He's down a bridge.
there's just one in the graveyard now, and there's two exiled. So yeah, what do we have? 3, 6, 9. That's 18 power. That's not like even best case scenario, Mickey or Sullivan can't break through. We now have 8 mana, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So now we can return and cast Batterskull every turn to break the bridges. So if I'm Mickey, I just send in the 2 Batterskulls, and then with the bridge trigger on the stack, after damage is dealt, I return the Batterskull, break the bridge, recast post combat, and this game's over.
Yeah, that's probably your best bet.
Yeah.
You know, if you heard like my bike's been doing this just like once in a while where like it just freaks out and I just gotta unplug it. If you ever hear sound, just let me know and then I can warn everyone in chat. I don't know what causes it. Like I never have problems ever except when I stream. So I don't know, maybe some weird setting, but it just like flips out sometimes. Man, at what point does Sullivan just deck like?
Well, that's so like the way Mickey's playing. That's the actual win condition, right? Sullivan's library. So the next step for Sullivan is to dread return, like get the Dakmor salvages and dread return Golgari Grave Trolls, right? That's the next line for him. But I just don't see how that ends up in a win. Dread return costs 3 guys.
You can't. Oh yeah, he wants to kill all the. Guess so.
So he goes down to 5 guys, and Mickey has 6 attackers. Like it just doesn't. There's no way that Sullivan ends up winning this game.
I don't
Is
know.
he playing more to find out about Mickey's deck? I don't know.
That would make sense. I would take that as just information.
But like he's down to what, 10 cards in his library? Like he has to start getting. There's the Dakmor salvage that I've been waiting on. Of course he flips Narcomoeba because Sullivan's a pro.
I mean, he has 10 cards left in his deck.
Yeah, right.
That's not a Brian play.
There was 2 Bloodghasts. There's 2 Bloodghasts in there. I didn't realize that. It gets a little more interesting. I still think that the Bloodghast block your troll, return it to hand. Like I don't see how Sully ever breaks through the Batterskull wall here.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just pick him up. I don't know. I don't know where.
Like I said before, Sullivan's not the kind of player who gives up. He lets his opponent make a mistake, and that's where we are.
I know, but like at a certain point, this isn't fun to play against. You have all this stuff you can't do anything with, and your opponent is just getting up and up and up.
But like I said, so like he's going to get Dakmor Salvage 2 next, and he's going to dread return his troll. And then he's going to do it again, right? He's got both dread returns in the yard. He's going to get 2 trolls. He's got them. The trolls are going to be huge, right? They're like 10. Oh, no, there he goes. He conceded finally.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. You've been losing a game for a while. Your opponent made a bad judgment call. Just concentrate about the next couple games. All right.
Yeah. But what everyone gets to find out now is that Mickey knew he would be playing Sullivan Brophy in the first try. And oh boy, is he ready for Sullivan Brophy.
Ghost Quarter, Tormod's Crypt, Grafdigger's Cage, Tabernacle of Pendril Vale.
And another Batterskull. He came ready to play.
He doesn't need Dismember, he doesn't need Null Rod, he doesn't need Sculpting Seal, he doesn't need Chalice. There's 10 cards right there. Yeah. He doesn't need Revokers. You can take out a couple Revokers for Batterskull and it's just...
So if I'm Mickey, 4 Revoker go out immediately.
Yeah.
I also board out the 4 Null Rods. That's 8. I board out Chalice. That's 9 because we know the correct plan. We board out Sculpting Steel. That's 10. We only need 3 more cards. They're probably Dismembers. We leave 1 in just because it could be good.
Yeah.
Additionally, we know our opponent is not going to be attacking our mana base, So I also like boarding out a Mox here, just to keep the second Dismember in. It's one of those cards that Dismember that it's actually relevant. It hits Kolaghan, and that's relevant
Hmm.
because once you kill, if you kill Kolaghan, the team loses haste.
Oh,
It's only
okay.
while it's in play.
Yeah,
Whereas
it's not a trigger.
right, so it is a little different. Um,
And then on Sullivan's ends, um, Chewer Ring, Serenity. Serenity seems amazing against shops. Not really much he can do against it.
yeah, I mean, so Sullivan's got the classic plan of Ingot Chewer, Barbarian Ring, Serenity. He's going to bring in all 12 cards. If I'm Sullivan, my choices are to board out.
Leyline.
If I'm Sullivan, I board out all 4 Leylines. I board out Kolaghan, Ashen Rider, and Dread Return. That's 8 slots. I also board down on a Bloodghast. I board down on Caracas.
Yeah, I guess you don't need Caracas at
Caracas
all.
Legends here, and we're bringing in 4 lands. And I start considering um, what other cards we need. Right, we're bringing in 12. We have 4 out in Leyline. We have 4 out in the Dread Return package. We cut a Bloodghast. We can cut the Caracas. We need 2 more cards,
Well,
and it comes down to
I would want Caracas. It produces white for your Serenity.
yeah. I mean, it produces white, but so does Riftstone Portal, and I mean we can board out Mana Confluence. It just doesn't
Yeah.
produce red. Like
Mana Confluence, I think, is what the because your cards you want to cast, like you're not therapying, really. You're not really worrying about therapy.
honestly, if I'm Sullivan, I board out Therapy here. Against shops, it's probably going to get pushed off,
Yeah.
and we're not very often going to be hitting live cards. Yeah, Lance Ballister is commenting that Therapy is also awful and should be boarded out. I agree with him. I don't know if we board out all 4, but we should board out some amount. So we have another opening 7 with Bizarre Baghdad. So we're going to
And
keep it. We
and
also have
Serenity.
but Mickey's got a good one.
Yeah.
You know, we knew he came to play. If Sullivan boarded out the Dread Return package, he's close to stone dead to Tabernacle. We're gonna see.
Yeah.
We're gonna see turn 1 Factory Cage probably.
Or Ancient Tomb Sphere Resistance.
Nah, he can't afford to let Sullivan put dredgers in the yard or bring creatures in.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Actually, we're gonna see Ancient Tomb Double Cage.
Oh my god.
It's actually not as good as you think because Sully has Serenity,
Yeah.
but that's what we're gonna see.
Unk.
If I'm Mickey, I'm just slamming these. Next turn we're gonna see Sphere Tabernacle, and then hopefully he plays. He draws another way to make Sculpting Steel on Sphere. Sully is 3 turns away from Serenity. Remember, it's gonna cost 3. He will likely hit his stuff. Okay, well there's an Ingot Chewer. That always helps.
Bridge. So he'll get back a blood gap.
Oh, he won't get a Bloodghast, right?
No.
So there's 2 cages. He can't get rid of both right away. Sully has to choose now. I actually think he should hold the Chewer. I would play Ring and pass. The reason is because Serenity will deal with both cages, and we can use Chewer as removal for whatever else
Mm-hmm.
comes out. So, like, right now, I'm discarding Stinkweed Imp, Bazaar of Baghdad, and Narcomoeba.
Oh, he gets rid of his Serenity. I guess he doesn't care about. Oh, he's
I
doing
don't-
a chewer. Yeah, no.
I don't like this line.
Oh.
Yeah, see, he caught his mistake. He caught his. I really.
Oh,
I don't,
he is doing it.
I don't like this line.
Yeah, because you got the.
Yeah, so what this does is it devalues our Serenity. Yeah, he gets a zombie, but like that's not enough. Like,
Yeah.
So he's gonna throw down Tabernacle or Factory and just negate the zombie's value.
Yeah, he's not going to pay 1 life to keep a zombie around, most likely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what we're gonna see from Mickey here is Sphere go, Sphere Tabernacle go.
Oh, Thorn's better. Well, actually, no, he wants Sphere because of Chewer. Yeah, you're right.
It's not even just Chewer. He also wants to turn off a hard cast creature,
Yeah, that too.
Narcomoeba or even Golgari Thug. Like Golgari Thug putting Ingot Chewer back on top is actually disgusted. Or disgusting. So like, if I'm Sullivan here, I'm unhappy with how I played that line. I think he overvalued the bridge trigger. What is happening? Mickey went to combat. I guess he's pretending he has Mana Drain in his deck. I don't. I don't know what's happening now.
I'm not sure. Misclick maybe.
Maybe I don't know. Yeah, he went too far. He probably just hit space twice. So if I'm Mickey, I play Sphere Tabernacle. I force Sullivan to either pay for the zombie or lose it,
Yeah.
tying up his mana. And I put the sphere down to pressure his stretch. Yeah, I do think so, Lance. I think if Dread Return is gone, which I think is typically correct, that this game is close to over. Mickey actually came overloaded to fight Dredge, and
Yeah.
Sullivan's plan of fighting through the hate is you can't fight through 13 cards, no matter how good you are. Yeah,
Yeah.
so Mickey takes my line of Sphere Tabernacle pass. Sullivan's likely going to have to pay and try to ride this zombie out
He's
because
something together.
that's all he has, right? Like the
Yeah.
way he played this out, he doesn't have anything else. Okay, Ring sets up Serenity, so if I'm him, I play Ring and pass. I don't
Yeah.
do anything.
Right, with his undiscovered.
Yeah, I play Ring now and I don't use Bazaar. We want we're just gonna discard 3 cards, and one of
Yeah.
those cards is Bazaar Baghdad. That's just wrong. So we just
And
wait.
then start just ripping through our deck.
So now Mickey needs to cast the Thorn of Amethyst. So he's gonna play Factory, cast Thorn. I think that's correct. Apparently he hit a lag spike. You keep 1 return in against shops always. So maybe I'm bad, Lance. I choose not. I almost always don't, because the Dredge players that I play against often are on crypts, not cages. For a short while, I knew that Will Dayton was playing a Tabernacle-based list with just cages as his answer. It was Tabernacles and cages were his Dredge hate, and so I elected to keep in Dread Return against him. But it does change based on the matchup. So Mickey drew a Thorn. It doesn't change anything. His line here is Factory, Thorn, go. Next turn he has second Factory, which effectively turns off the zombie attacking because he can use one Factory to animate the other and then use it to self pump and block the zombie and live. And that'll end. Oh, well, then Sullivan will have Barbarian Rings actually, so that won't work.
That's true.
So what does Mickey need to do? Yeah, I still think he used the Thorn here. He knows that Sullivan plays Serenity from real life. There's no value to just passing here. I think the line here is 100% Thorn of Amethyst go.
Yeah, Thorn. Or he could. Yeah, no. If he's playing on Serenity, although Sculpting Steel on Cage would be pretty funny.
Well, he couldn't play it there. Sphere pushes him out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Next
Yeah.
turn he would have been able to, but no, yeah, he needs to sphere him out. So he's got to
Yeah.
pay 1 more for this Serenity, and the next turn is going to be 1 more for the Serenity. So
Remember also the turn that Sullivan casts Serenity, he's gonna lose the zombie because he has to tap out. There's Petrified Field, which puts more pressure on Mickey.
he needs to draw
Um,
something. He might leave up his Factory next turn, I feel like.
I don't think he. Well, so it's going to depend what he draws. I don't know if he can.
Yeah.
I think he has to continue to play around because Barbarian Ring's in play. He can't leave up Factory, right? So what we see on board now is Brophy pays with Petrified Field on Zombie, and then Barbarian Rings do the work. Now Ghost Quarter is a great draw for Mickey here. Ghost Quarter can attack the mana. We know Sullivan doesn't have basics. So Ghost Quarter is a way for Mickey to buy a turn.
Mm.
And it also prevents Barbarian Ring from working. If I'm Mickey here, I would Ghost Quarter or Barbarian Ring. And then you have Ancient Tomb Factory block. So you're going to lose 2 life either way, right? If you play Thorn, you lose 4 life. If you just play the other Factory pass, you get nothing out of that. Because Sullivan can use the Ghost Quarter. Yeah. So we Ghost Quarter. I don't like that at all. The Bazaar is the decision. I definitely would have attacked his mana. Now Sullivan is going to let the zombie die. He's going to cast Serenity, and Mickey's going to be in a world of hurt.
Sequence
I
sequencing.
definitely would have attacked his mana there.
Yeah, the sequencing's a little awkward. He lets his zombie die because he wants to. Oh yeah, that's what you. Oh, draws another lands. So he wouldn't have been able to cast it before.
Like I said, I told you he was going to win most land the Serenity. I knew that was
Yeah.
coming. So there's nothing really that Mickey can do here. He's probably just going to animate Factory and attack. Like, it's just so terrible for him.
Yeah.
And then Sullivan gets to play Bazaar and go off. Um,
He has to go off in one turn though, because there's the.
well, what's he going to do? Wait, why did Mickey draw?
What? He drew for his turn.
Oh, okay. So the cage is actually super good.
Yeah, the cage is what he wants.
He's only going to get. Oh, and he only has a Stinkweed.
Yeah.
So if he whiffs on dredges, like if Stinkweed whiffs, he's going to have a tough time because he's not going to be able to do a lot. The Paradise is going to come back to his hand as well, so it's going to reset his mana a little bit. It looks like Mickey's going to go. If I'm Mickey, I cast Cage, Sculpting Steel Cage.
Well, next turn after the Serenity goes off.
Yeah, after Serenity goes. Like
Yeah.
right now, we can't cast. We can't do that. We just
Yeah.
pass. If I'm Mickey, I actually do attack for 2 here. I don't like non-attacking.
Yeah, no, he's got to attack. He's got to get damage on the board.
Oh no, hold on, no. Mickey is at 10 with a Bloodghast in the graveyard.
Okay.
So he is actually 100% correct to sit back.
Because he would get haste.
It gets.
And he picks up the Paradise. Yeah, okay. There we go. So you pick
Yeah.
up the Paradise, which will give the Bloodghast haste because he's at 10, and he won't be able
Right.
to attack with it. I guess he can. He'll just run it into a
So
factory.
the Undiscovered Paradise is the on-board card, but it's definitely not going to be Undiscovered Paradise. We know it's going to be Bizarre.
Yeah.
That Sullivan plays here. I don't know what Mickey's thinking about right now. Like, there's nothing to think about. The trigger resolves. We're playing workshops.
No instance.
Yeah. Well, they can play the new card. King Neckbeard Rich.
Oh, wow.
He plays the Dark Depths transform, and I was never overly fond of his list. But he put up a lot of results on Moto with it.
One thing I agree with him, I do kind of like the library idea. That he basically uses it as I have 5 Bazaars I can get turn 1.
Right, but it's turn 1 only, right? Like,
Yeah. First, before Mulligan, like you have 5 Bazaars for first hand. I think that's pretty decent.
Well, it's five Bazaars, 4 powders, so it ups you to a 9th card.
Yeah.
It's not the worst plan ever. I would want to supplement it with more stuff. I'm also not fond of Chancellor in the Annex, although it does punish Delver better than other cards do. So we have a bunch of Icarids in the graveyard now. Unfortunately for Sullivan, those are going to be womp-womped.
Yeah.
So he's sending in the Bloodghast. Mickey's definitely going to block here, but it's going to
ring. He doesn't want to do it for the ring.
No, so ring doesn't kill a fact. Like, so if he trades a ring and a Bloodghast for a factory, he also kills the bridge trigger. Yeah, Mickey's wrong. I would definitely animate factory there. If he rings me, I happily pump. Right?
Yeah.
So we either have. I definitely forced the ring. I think that was a mistake. Now the line is Cage, Sculpting Steel Cage. Go to 6. Go to 4.
Go to 4. And then no. If he goes to 4, he gets double ringed. He can't go to 4.
He doesn't have double red yet. I mean,
He has Undiscovered Paradise.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. I think he's just. Yeah. I think his critical turn was last turn. That not the choice not to block last turn was a mistake. Yeah, he's dead now.
Yeah, he can just get attacked and then double ring. Explain to him I have double ring.
The ring's gonna happen over 2 turns. He actually even has triple ring because Field's in play.
Yeah, he's.
So it's pretty rough here. I don't like this Bazaar. I think we're just paging Dr. Winmore. I don't like discarding free cards. Like, what does Chewer get for us here? Like,
What did he?
oh, he didn't pay for his.
Paying. He's paying with Riftstone Portal. Our bad.
Oh, that's way better. Yeah, I love that. Okay. I take it all back. Sullivan, you're the best.
Riftstone Portal.
Yeah. I saw him draw the first card, and I was like, why isn't he drawing more?
That was his draw phase. He gets one of those.
I guess this tapped. Mickey's thinking about taking damage.
I don't know.
There we go. Mickey's at 4.
And then ring. That's what that was in for, right? Killing your opponent?
So actually, me and Sullivan have argued about this for a while. he plays Ring to be well. And we have different brews. We have a black brew and a red brew, and obviously in the black brew we play Cabal Pit in that slot. But in this brew that has Chewer, we play Ring. He plays Ring. It kills planeswalkers, and in situations like this, it can kill a player. Does he not? Yeah. So he's just killing himself because he knows he's dead, I think.
I hope so.
Well,
Ring
yeah.
you. Yeah, ring you.
Ring you. Got him.
Yeah. Double ring. Take a damage off the ring, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that Mickey kind of threw that game away when he didn't play the Thorn. And even if he also forgot an attack step. There's a lot of small mistakes.
That was a bizarre game.
Every
So
matchup with Dredge is a bizarre game.
Yeah. I should just hit hang up on you.
Sorry, I love terrible puns.
Oh, well, you're a dad, so that makes sense. Isn't that required? Don't you have to go to school for it too?
I loved terrible puns before I was a dad.
C minus.
5 of 7.
5 out of 10. C minus. All right. So is this?
Yeah. So I mean, so now Mickey takes the play. Sullivan's gonna powder his 7.
Yeah. So Sullivan with his first freaking mulligan.
But so Mickey has a very awkward hand.
Yeah. Sphere cuts him off.
He has spheres, but he has no wasteland. He's keeping that. He has no wasteland, and if he plays turn 1 sphere, he can't. Oh wow! So Sullivan's gonna powder again. There's Bazaar. There's a Chewer. There's a Golgari Grave Troll. This game is Mickey doesn't look long for this world. So Sullivan didn't reboard. And we saw a Dread return from Sullivan. I don't know if he has Ashen or if he has Kolaghan in though.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to Sullivan before. He's known for leaving in Dread return, but boarding out the big targets, and he's just looking for value on return. Like he Dread returns up back an Ingot Chewer or a Golgari Grave Troll.
Yeah.
So we said Dread return earlier, but we really mean Kolaghan. Troll is enough, maybe, Lance. It's going to depend on how Troll happens and when it happens. So Tabernacle is the worst draw ever.
Yeah, wow.
I don't know why he's paying 4 mana for a 3 mana spell, but we'll let it go.
Okay. So he's going to Bazaar.
Yes, Rich, you can view sideboards during a game. More importantly, you can also pull cards out of the sideboards for your wishes and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so I know he has Regenerate, Lance. Can you regenerate Tabernacle triggers? Well, even if you could, you would.
It's Destroy.
Yeah, but, so even if you could, you would just pay 1, right? Because you have to pay 1 and remove a counter.
Yeah, you can regenerate, but it's the same thing. But yeah,
we saw in game 1 that a Batter Skull and 8 mana negates an entire troll.
Yeah, it's
what's happening? Oh, we're dredging 5?
Yeah, we're dredging. Dredging 6, he picked up a troll, and then second dredge.
Okay. Seems pretty good.
Yeah, he's just gonna completely ignore the spheres.
Well, he's gonna try.
Oh, so we got Dread return.
He hasn't. What did he lose? He discarded a Narco. He lost 2 Blood Guests. Yeah. So he still has 4 Icarids, 2 Blood Guests, and 3 Narcos. Yeah, he's pretty alive here.
Yep, there's some more Icarids. So this is just a dredge turn, and he gets a. No therapy. So therapy was 100% boarded out.
Yeah. Well, he knows Mickey kept in all his spheres.
Yeah.
Tabernacle's going to come down from Mickey on this turn. I'd imagine. How many? We have no bridges so far, which is big.
How many bridges did he lose? He only lost 1 bridge off the powders, but he lost 3 stinkweeds for what it's worth.
Yeah, well, he has ammo now, so that's a big draw.
Okay, so Cage.
So we're gonna go Cage Tabernacle here, and now we're getting interesting. Sullivan does have the lands to cast Ingot Chewer in 3 turns.
Yeah.
So it's gonna come down to does Mickey draw a mana source to play Lodestone Golem before Sullivan gets to that level of mana?
Okay.
Which it's likely that Mickey draws a mana source to play Lodestone Golem. right? Mickey needs 2 lands or 2 mana. So he has 3 shops, 4 tombs, Lotus, and Soul Ring to get him there.
He has
So that's
he
what
has a lot. Yeah, he has a lot.
he
He can get.
has not. He has 9. He has to hit 9 cards in 2 draws, or he has to hit runner mana source in 2
Yeah.
draws, which is also quite possible. He's got like 27 or 26 mana
Yeah,
sources.
so he's easily just gonna eat. Those guys are gonna come right back. They can't attack, which sucks. But
Yeah.
as soon as he gets that cage off the table, they're coming right
So
back.
I think he should have used Petrified Field to pay.
Yeah,
There was nothing he was going to cast off Petrified Field, and he wasn't going to use Petrified Field. So I think actually, uh, not using Petrified Field is just a mistake. He should have kept his Narcomoeba around. You let the Blood Gas go because you're going to get it right back
No,
when you play your
yeah.
land for.
Well, no, not until the cage dies. So the next turn when he can,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he's
Then
got.
I would have definitely. Oh, does he have Riftstone Portal in the
Did
graveyard?
he dredge?
Cards we don't realize for 1,000, Alex. So that's going to hit the cage.
I mean,
And that
it's
opens the game. Yeah, I didn't see the
big
Riftstone
pile.
Portal.
Yeah, I didn't either. So he needs to draw. Actually, is it all? Is it like Urborg? No, you. Oh, there's Workshop. Why?
So like Shop helps, but it doesn't do anything here. Like he's gonna cast Lodestone Golem, but Sullivan wasn't casting a relevant spell. We missed the Riftstone Portal, which allowed him
Yeah.
to Chewer. Lodestone comes down, but now Sullivan's gonna get all of his Dredge toys. We've got 2 Bloodghast coming back. Well, that's it.
Icarid. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
we have, well,
Icarid
we
has
can't
nothing
pick
to eat.
Icarid. Yeah, he has to lose a Bloodghast, which I don't think he wants to do here. If I'm him, with the Icarid trigger on the stack, I start dredging. Yep, here we go. 1, 2. There's another Icarid. He's
Oh,
gonna eat
wow.
an Icarid. Yeah, he's gonna put Icarid in play.
Well, he's gonna get a second dredge, so he's gonna get another troll up.
Yeah, he's also shortcutting, which Mickey's allowing. 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't work. 5, 6. Okay.
Now we can eat an
So,
Icarid.
so this is a turn turn. Sullivan, I believe. Oh no, he's short because he used Bazaar.
Yeah.
No, he can play a land. He plays a land, and he can cast Dread Return here. He has 2 bridges, which means he's gonna get 6 zombies, and he's gonna get either Chewer your Lodestone.
He has to go now though because he's Tabernacle. Like he can't pay for the Tabernacle. Like
Yeah, he can. If he gets a big troll,
Oh,
right?
if he goes for a big troll, yeah. If he goes for a big troll,
he can definitely pay. And if he goes for Chewer, he can still pay. Right? Like, if he could pay for the Chewer. Chewer's
Yeah.
a 3/3.
and pay for
You know what I
Chewer.
mean? Like,
Chewer does
he's
trade
not-
with Lodestone.
Well, that Lodestone will die to the Chewer, right? That'll be the target.
Oh yeah,
I think Lance is right. The card here is Grave Troll. What is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna put 3 more in, so that's 7, 11, 4. Yeah, it's like a 14/14. I think just throwing Troll into play and paying for it is enough to end this game.
yeah. Wait, hold on. How many chump blocks does he have? Because Troll doesn't have trample, and Sullivan has 4 cards in his deck.
Oh! By the way, 4 cards is not a lot of cards.
This may have been a bit too aggressive, because he has
Well,
a golem in his hand, and he's got Mutavault. Well, he can't activate the Mutavault right now, but he
Not
can.
yet.
How much can he chump? He's got 4 turns of chump block.
Well, so Icarid's going to come into play here too, right? So if he sends Icarid in now and he takes it, that's 3 life. And soon those Bloodghasts are going to become hasty.
Right.
There's an Undiscovered Paradise.
He can just keep throwing them back and forth,
He
back
get
and
4
forth.
Icarids, Lance. 4 Icarids require 4 black cards, and he lost all of his Stinkweeds to
Outers, 3 of them.
Powders. Now he can get 3 Icarids between the Thug and the 2 Bloodghasts.
So he's
But
making
he
them
can't
play,
afford-
yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely going to Dread Return. I think he gets Troll here. He has to be able to close the game. Chewer doesn't end the game.
Yeah.
He's targeting Inga Chewer, so I think he's actually dead.
Dunk,
Like,
dunk.
zombies don't help him.
Yeah, because he can't pay for all of them.
I think he may have just outsmarted himself. I don't think he remembered the Tabernacle.
I don't know. Too bad he can't play 2 Tabernacles. Do you think that would change this game a bit?
I mean, if you play the second Tabernacle, the game is over.
No, no, no. If you could have two tabernacles.
I know what I'm saying. If you could play second Tabernacle, that would make everything cost 2.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, it really wouldn't matter in this game
It takes
at all.
3 in the first damage.
I think.
What can he draw here? Can he draw anything?
Revoker would be awesome.
Cage.
That's perfect. That's the game.
Yeah, because that turns off all the Icarids, but he can just get attacked by zombies. Oh no, he can attack by 4 zombies.
So
2, 4,
he's gonna
6,
have fewer
7,
and 3
8.
zombies. And
So 9, 18. Chump block, maybe Mutavault. He can't play Mutavault. He can stem, but I'm not sure what he can draw. I guess if you drew Batterskull, because damage all happens at the same time.
yeah,
Batterskull
Batterskull is the
6,
next
7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Digger's Cage right now is better than.
yeah, he has to play the Cage.
It has to be Cage then Batterskull in that order. Or it could be another block. No, it couldn't be another blocker, right? So next turn, if he blocks a zombie, he takes 7 and goes to 10.
He has to Cage because the
He has to
Icarids.
Cage. But
It's the Icarids.
okay, next turn, if he plays Lodestone and Cage, which he can do, right? What does he have? He has 7 mana.
He can't.
No, he can't do that.
Can't do both because of the spheres.
Oh, no.
Those were thorns. Be a little
No, he's
different.
dead. Or he's not dead, but he needs to draw Batterskull next turn now. I thought he could play both.
No.
Whew. Yeah, you're right. The Thorns would help him more here.
Yeah, if he had Thorn in play, he Cage Golem. Yeah, so he plays out, and he will have to pay for the Lodestone, but he does have Mutavault for that, which does tie up another mana there.
He can't play the Lodestone. He has to play Cage.
No, right now he has to play Cage, 100%, because there's way too much flying out of his graveyard.
Right, but then he takes 9 and goes to 8, right?
Right, yeah, he
So
takes 9.
You can play Lodestone. Lodestone blocks Zombie. He goes to 1. And then he has to draw...
Something.
So actually, next turn, he plays Cage now. Next turn, if he draws a mana source, he has Lodestone Mutavault up, and he could go to 3, which means he would only need to draw 1 other card. So he's not dead, but it's dire.
It's gonna be a tough couple turns. The decking
This has to
plan.
be Cage. Yeah, Cage is right. I would play Tabernacle and just laugh and put the other one in the graveyard.
Right. For some reason, I was thinking they both died. I don't. They started that rule when I wasn't playing for a little while.
He'll take 7. Lance, he'll take 7. I definitely think he's better off keeping Lodestone and blocking one of the zombies. There's no difference almost between 2 and 1. All the narcos are gone. And keeping an extra turn, or keeping Lodestone alive to block and get you with the next turn is more important. So I definitely think instead of going to 2, he goes to 1 and blocks a zombie. It opens up his outs. Very small. He plays Dakmore. He's going to hardcast Golgari Grave Troll, boys and girls.
Oh my god.
That's where Sullivan's going. He's going to hardcast Serum Powder and then hardcast... Ancient Tomb is the absolute worst draw for Mickey.
Wow.
He's going to have to use it to play the Mutavault, to activate Mutavault, because it ends up netting the same, but it takes an attacker out of the equation.
Yeah.
But he's still going to go to 1. He's going to eat 2 attackers. He needs to draw another blocker now. But I think Sullivan has the mana, right? He can cast Paradise. That gets him to 6. 6 allows him to cast Powder.
No, he can't.
Yeah, he's got to pay for his bridge for his
dudes, yeah.
yeah. Oh my god, no! So this is so awkward because Mickey has Tabernacle too, so he has to pay for his Lodestone Golem.
Yeah, so he has to do this now. Oh, then it dies.
He's just gonna trade with Ingature, like Lance said. And
down.
Barbarian's gonna kill him.
Oh my god.
Barbarian Ring's gonna kill him. They're all right. He's gonna go Paradise, Red, Ring, you're dead. To just remind everybody why Barbarian Ring is right and Tom's wrong for saying Cabal Pit for all these months.
Jeez. Animate. Man.
Yeah. And this is why Sullivan Brophy is the pinnacle of Dredge players right now. Mickey Mahr came loaded to bear with 13 cards for this matchup, and Sullivan is squeezing it out
To,
anyway.
to be fair, none of the cards actually exile. I think that's kind of a big part.
Well, so he can exile the bridges, right? Or the Batter Skulls can exile the bridges, and the Dismembers can set up exiles on the bridges.
It's kind of that weird spot of hate where it's like, okay, so he did take two, block, take.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did this right. He just doesn't realize, or he doesn't understand that he's dead because he doesn't know that Sullivan has a red source.
yeah, he doesn't know
Even
he's dead. Yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't know he's dead on board, but he's also dead next turn in the upkeep. Like, there's no way for him to gain life. Yeah, there it is.
boom,
Bring
boom.
you.
Jeez.
Agreed, Rich.
I mean, like, what if he had Crips in there? In
Trips
what
would have
was it?
helped, for sure.
Because it's like he kills the cage and then he can continue doing what he wants to do. That's one thing where I kind of want to attack the graveyard itself, not just the cage when it comes to Dredge. Because, it's just sort of like you're just like putting a. And
You're
you
putting
can
a
just
speed
do
bump
whatever
in,
you want.
and it doesn't do anything, and once the speed bump's gone, you lose. I've been talking people off cage for a very long time.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just cage does double duty against Dredge and stuff.
well, it's only in the deck because of Oath of the Druids, right? If Oath didn't exist, then cage wouldn't be
Yeah,
played.
everyone would just pick Crips.
All right. I think it's time for me and Keith. I hope Keith's
Yep.
here.
I hope so. We gave him plenty of time. All right,
I
so we're
did.
gonna.
I messaged him after or before Mickey's match, so I'm gonna double check to see if he's there. He did not respond to me. I'm gonna give him a phone.
Give us one sec. We'll be back in a little bit.
I dropped this call.